Hi guys, let's read the problem first. The program must accept a string s as the input. The string s contains only parenthesis where each open parenthesis has a matching close parenthesis. The program must split the string s into as many substrings as possible where the parenthesis in each substring must be balanced. So given the boundary condition, the length of the string, which is minimum length is 2, since every opening parenthesis must also have its own closing parenthesis. So we also can uh, take that always the size of the s will be even, because always it is accompanied by an closing parenthesis. So yes, so I will just communicate my ideas first. So my idea is, so whenever I find an opening parenthesis, I would actually increment my count of a variable. I'm having a variable named open, so I can have it as 0 now. So whenever I find a open parenthesis, I would increment by open, and whenever I find a closing parenthesis, I would uh, decrement by open. So when this open is exactly equal to 0, except when we started, okay, except when we started, after continuing, if we find that open is equal to 0, then we can make sure that every opening parenthesis is actually accompanied by its closing parenthesis. So there is no pending opening parenthesis there, like this. If this is the case, we would be having open value as 2, sorry, open value as 1, since one opening parenthesis has its closing parenthesis. Okay. um, okay, and you can have a question like this: what if it is like this? Okay, so this kind of cases will never happen for you. The reason is they told that it is a valid parenthesis. Okay, so every opening parenthesis, they have promised that every opening parenthesis also find its closing parenthesis. So this total string is always a valid substring. So it is always a valid parenthesis string. So everywhere it will be having a opening and its accompanying closing parenthesis. So it exists as a pair. So here comes the thing. So whenever the open becomes 0 in between, then we can say that we have already found a substring which is having 0 extra open parentheses. So everything is actually closed there. So let's implement this logic out there. So first we need to get the input of a string. It's pretty simple in C++. So then we need to loop it into the string. um, So as I told before, I'm going to have a variable named open. So I'm going to increment this open when I'm going to find an opening parenthesis. So s of I uh, is exactly equal to that of the opening parenthesis. I can increment my open value. If not, of course, we will be finding only the closing value. So we can closing parenthesis, so we can decrement the open value. So if the open value is equal to 0, then I've already found an what do you mean, a valid substring, I can say. So we have a value start, so which is going to be equal to 0 initially. So we are going to print the substring from the start to the I, because in the ith index we could able to get this property being satisfied in the ith value. So we can uh, we can increment the we can print the substring of the s dot sub str of so we are going to start to the start, and then it continues for I minus start plus 1 characters. So it is going to be of this length. Okay, so I mean I minus start is 1 minus 0 plus 1. Okay, it's good, this looks valid. So yes, after this we are going to increment the start to I plus 1. I think this you could able to understand. And yeah, we are also going to add an special, so I mean a new line after printing empty string. I think it's over. Let's try this out. Let's run this. Yeah, that passed. Thank you guys.